1,000 months. That's roughly how long the average person lives. Think about that for a second. 1,000 months. It doesn't sound like a lot when you put it that way, does it? Our clocks are ticking down every single day, every single hour. The first 100 months of life, we probably don't remember much. And the last few months, well, they might not be the active, enjoyable ones that we hope for. If life was as simple as a countdown clock on the wall, we'd all know exactly when our time was up. But it isn't. We don't get that luxury. We don't know when our zero will actually arrive. And before we even get close to zero, there are limits on what we can do. Energy drops, health changes, responsibilities shift. When you factor in only the months that are truly enjoyable, active and fun, the number gets a lot smaller. If you're like me in your 50s, you might only have 150 or 200 months left of good active life. That's it. A couple of 100 months. And yet so many people with decent pension pots still say, just one more year. 12 months later it becomes, just another year, I'm not sure I'm there yet. They've been convinced by conventional thinking that they need a massive income in retirement to be happy. Money doesn't buy happiness. Meanwhile, they're quietly spending some of the most precious months that they have left. We're approaching retirement differently. We've decided to ignore a lot of that conventional wisdom. The 4% rule? No thanks. The idea that you need 40 or 50,000 pounds a year in retirement just to enjoy yourself? No thanks. Sure, we could keep grinding away at full pension contributions until the state pension kicks in at 67 and build up that big safe number. But here's the thing. We don't know how many months we actually have left on our life clocks. Nobody does. We're not willing to throw away irreplaceable time just so that we can spend more, get taxed more, and live according to other people's expectations. Our plans aren't perfect. When we eventually pull the trigger and retire, we might only be at 90% of our target, maybe even less. And that's okay, because we value our time far more than chasing that last 10 or 20% of income. What's the alternative? Work one more year, and then another, hoping to reach that magic number, that 100% of what we're told we need. Or maybe we'd overshoot and end up with 120% or even 150% of what we actually need, while wasting dozens of precious months in the process. Our life clock keeps ticking down the whole time. Time is the only currency you can't print. We've already decided we're happy to do small income boosts both before and during retirement. This YouTube channel is one of them. It's not going to make us rich, but every little helps. We're also open to other ideas of side hustles that are enjoyable rather than stressful. Humans are incredibly adaptable. By adjusting our lifestyle, which we've already done and are prepared to do more, we can bring forward retirement and add many more good months to our remaining clock. One of the biggest decisions we've made is to downsize our house right at the start of retirement. For us, this isn't a sacrifice, it's a trade. It gives us the chance to retire noticeably earlier and effectively adds around 20 extra months to our active life that we would have otherwise spent working, because we value time over space. If we followed the conventional route and tried to buy an annuity instead of using drawdown sensibly and tax efficiently, well, we might have to waste up to another 100 months in the 9 to 5 grind just to be able to build a big enough pot. 100 months. That's more than 8 years of your life handed over to a corporation while your own clock runs down. 100 months of that daily commute. And if you're like me and work shifts, that's 100 months of getting up at a very early time in the morning. Or maybe you're working late into the evening, or a night worker. It's a time of the day that might not be healthy for our bodies, causes extra stress, and reduces our active hours during the day. You can't renew time. Once it's gone forever. We don't intend to waste any more of it than is absolutely necessary. We've found a way, by living a frugal but intentional and still very enjoyable lifestyle, to minimize our tax efficiency and dramatically extend our active, enjoyable years. We want to spend them doing the things that we want to do, not what other people tell us we need to do. I'm sure we all know people who have passed away before their time, robbed of years of enjoyment, working all their lives to reach a goal, an age that they can relax and reap the rewards of their efforts, only to never get there. It's a real wake-up call. I began calculating my own numbers. At my age now, with average life expectancy, I've already used up nearly 650 months. That leaves just around 350 months left. That's all. But when you subtract lower energy later years and factor in the months where I can realistically travel, hike, learn, and enjoy life fully, the number drops fast. That realization changed everything for us. We stopped obsessing over the perfect retirement number and started asking better questions. How can we retire sooner while still being responsible? And what do we actually need to be happy and healthy? So how are we actually doing this? First, we've embraced lifestyle optimization. We've cut the fat from our spending without cutting the joy. Eating out less, but enjoying the time that we do. You know, when something becomes routine, you get used to it. But then when you expect nothing and you do things on the spur of a moment, it becomes a much more rewarding and enjoyable experience. Choosing experiences over stuff. The world is full of too much stuff. Useless clutter that burdens our lives and just ends up as landfill. Learning that happiness comes from freedom and time, not from having the biggest house or the newest car. Second, we're being smart with taxes and pensions. We prefer flexible drawdown over locking ourselves into an annuity. This gives us control and much better tax planning potential too. Thirdly, we have backup plans, small side incomes that can bridge any gaps. We're comfortable making adjustments if needed. We know life isn't predictable. And perhaps most importantly, we have a clear plan for what retirement actually looks like. Because one of the biggest mistakes people make is retiring with plenty of money, but no idea how to fill their days. We already have hobbies we're excited about, that we've never had enough time to fully enjoy. We have a slow travel plan, not rushing around, but properly enjoying places for weeks or months at a time. We want reasons to get up in the morning that excite us, learning new skills, staying physically active, keeping the mind sharp, and staying socially connected. Whether that's joining a local walking group, taking up photography, volunteering, or mastering something that you've always wanted to learn. The goal is to stay active both physically and mentally. Look, retirement isn't about doing nothing. It's doing what you want. It's about waking up with excitement instead of dread. Ditch the Monday morning blues and wake up every day to a fresh new day. If you're watching this and you're in your 40s, 50s like me, or even early 60s, please don't leave it too long. Our months are ticking away. Be honest with yourself. How much do you really need to enjoy a happy life? Is there a different way of doing things? Am I living in a way that protects those months? Or am I trading them for things that I don't actually need? We're not saying quit tomorrow with no plan. We're saying stop blindly following the conventional plan that might cost you some of the best years you have left. You can retire earlier than you think if you're willing to challenge the normal advice. Live intentionally and value time above everything else. We've made our choice. We're protecting our remaining months fiercely, because you never know when your time will be up. The goal isn't to fear time running out. It's to make the months we still have truly count. Do it while you can.